I'm here with.
Noel,
And what's something you do that brings you peace?
I pray. I think that a lot of times we are just moving and we're doing shit that is like without thinking. I think a lot of times we live in a society that is just asking us to move and move and move, and prayer allows you to stop and like reconnect yourself with who you are and what you're supposed to actually be doing.
What are some things you did today to have a good day?
I tell myself every day, just let go. Um, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos. I remember they said this once, and it's all over the Bible too. God bless. It says, you have to have a vision. The details are just they just come and go. They're not as concrete as your vision. So every day I wake up, I have to always remind myself, you have a vision on what you want to do. Um, the details are just gonna happen, and what that allows you to do is when something doesn't work, you don't care
Mm-hmm.
because you knew it wasn't supposed to work. When a day turns out to work, you're happy because it was supposed to work out.
Yeah.
Nothing bothers me. When I'm going through something or starting to get tough, obviously I get frustrated, but I always know what happened was meant to happen because I never woke up with the details, obsessing over the details. I knew there was a vision. That vision is longer than just this day. Um, so that's what makes me happy. It allows me to just float every day. Is this idea that I'm not in control of the details, but my vision, which is much longer than this day that I'm experiencing right now, that I have control over, and I have to just keep pursuing that.
That's amazing, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And what's something that inspires you to keep going?
It's funny. I was talking to my friend about this the other day, like literally 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's not motivation. Motivation isn't real, in my opinion. Like you have moments of motivation, but consistent motivation doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's consistency. So it's this unrelentless belief in my heart that what I'm the path that I'm on is from God.
Mm-hmm.
And my purpose is from God, and God knows everything, so he's going to put me on the path he wants for me and what I'm supposed to do. So when I wake up and I don't have that motivation, everyone knows what that motivation is, just that drive to just do something. Those days when I just don't want to do anything, I keep going because I know in my heart it's like, this is from God.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get through this day where I don't want to do shit, or I feel like I'm not doing nothing, or nothing is doing, I feel like my what I'm doing isn't doing well. Oh shit, don't got enough views. People aren't talking about this enough. I always remind myself, it's just a day. It's just a week. It's just a month. You just have to keep pushing forward because since it is from God and the purpose is from God, it's gonna happen, regardless of whether you have motivation or not.
That's a fact. And what's something that you're working on now?
I'm working on a show. Hope you guys check it out. Unhinged show. It's on all social media. It's on Club Ambition page as well. Um, whole purpose of it is just satirical um, content. It's a lot like Dave Chappelle, Keenan Peele. A lot of the style comedy we have now is very 30-second comedy. It's very snapshot. I'm a firm believer God is the greatest storyteller that exists. And my goal in life is to just, speak on a lot of the things we're witnessing in a very comedic way, the same way God does.
Mm-hmm.
When you really sit back and you think about it, and this is why my life, I take my life the way I do, it's just a story.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just characters. Me, us in this room, the people in the other room, we're all just characters in this story. We all have different perspectives, different views. And God is telling it in a dramatic way, in a satirical way, in a romantic way. God is just such an amazing writer. And when you really sit back, like, I just want to be able to reflect that story as much as I possibly can to the world and show them, like, listen, there's a joke here. This is mad funny, despite how crazy it is.
Mm.
Um, and it's because, my God is just that amazing. He's that great of a writer.
That's beautiful, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. And what's something about the future that excites you?
Being part of the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really just what it is. Cause it's like I don't even really. I don't have a horse in this race anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't really wake up every day hoping one person wins, one person loses. I'm just so excited to see where this story goes.
Yeah.
That's really just what it is. It's like I wake up every day. I'm like, yo, holy shit! Like, how is this gonna end? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And obviously you have your hopes on. Sometimes you're like, damn, like I hope it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
But then you always remember it's like you don't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and that just it brings me so much excitement.
Yeah. That's fire, bro. And what's something you would say to somebody to inspire them?
Let go. I feel like a lot of people are obsessed with this idea that they need to control their lives and control, you know, the way things are gonna happen. Listen, your story is not yours; it's God's, and God's writing it out as we speak. And I think you get to help yourself out by just being accepting of what your role is gonna be. And I promise you, God knows everything. So whatever your role is gonna be something that's gonna fulfill you. It's gonna give you purpose. It's gonna make you feel like you want to keep going. I feel like a lot of people don't feel inspired because they're just so obsessed. Oh, I gotta be this perfect. I gotta look this great. I remember Virgil said, "Perfectionism is the death of art," and I agree with him because there's things I drop and I'm like, I know this isn't the best thing in the world sonically or visually, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. You know, um, some of the best albums we ever heard, some of the best art we've ever seen, it was made in such terrible situations, in such terrible environments. It had so many imperfections, and it's because perfectionism isn't what you're seeking. You're not able to do that. You're not perfect. You're not God. You can't be perfect. Your goal is to let go, let God guide, and just see where the story's gonna take you, and just stop obsessing over whether it's gonna be perfect, what it's gonna look like, and just live your life with that mentality.
That's beautiful, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. All right, y'all. Stay inspired. Have a blessed day.